Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Erica Lulaku, and this is the Erica Podcast. Hope you're doing well. Okay, today I am going to talk about humanity. As we go around, you can hear many people saying, oh, either way, when you are on the road or you're somewhere and you face a challenge, it's a little bit challenging for a stranger to come and help you out. So that's a different case for me. I will talk about that shortly. But before I get into that, the humanity, I wanted to share something with you that I just did today. So today originally I'm from Tanzania. And in Tanzania, we have so many dishes. I'm talking about food right now. So we have so many dishes. And today I prepared one of the top 3 Tanzanian dishes. And this is because a few days ago I was with family friends and they're like, Erica, what do you like to cook at home? I'm like, oh yeah. Most of the time when I miss home, when I miss Tanzania, I have this common or the go-to dish that we eat like every day. It's an everyday dish. And this dish goes by the name of ugali. So here I am. So I have ugali here. It's stiff porridge. Stiff porridge is basically you take corn flour, you boil water, and then you put a little bit in the cold water, and then you mix it. You put it in the hot water. People cook it differently, so that's how I do, because I don't want to have some flours left after you boil water. So I put that, I mix, and then I keep adding flour. I keep adding flour until it's become stiff like this. Okay, so I've touched a lot of things. I'm not going to touch my dish because once I finish talking here, I'm going to eat it. Yeah, this is corn flour, ugali, which is stiff porridge. Okay, so it goes with. So today I had to get some meat, like really good meat. So here it is, nyama choma. Nyama choma. That's me. And then black beans and chard, vegetables, and lastly, I want also to do some kachumbari. Toward the end, I'll just leave a photo of this before I start eating it. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. So this is a very popular. It's an everyday dish, go-to dish. So you can eat it in the many people eat it during lunch and then dinner. But some people eat it with lunch, during lunch, and then during dinner they like to eat, rice. So we have like bananas. We have banana. We have cassava. We have sweet potatoes. We have all sorts of things. We have all sorts of things. But I wanted to share this. Well, if you want me to tell you more about the dish, please leave me a comment, and I'll talk about it more in my next video. Let's put this on the side. Then I'll come back to my story now. Let's go back to humanity. So one day, it's just recently, as always, in the mornings when I have time, I like to drive my daughter to school. And most of the time, she takes bus. And when when I have time and I have free time, I was like, oh yeah, let me take you to school. So one of those days, we get in the car. I start driving, and that's like 5 minutes. So I was on a really busy. This is a busy road. I didn't realize. So I started hearing like some really. It's like when the plane is taking off. Like a boop 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 boop, and I'm driving. So I drive a Tesla Model Y. It's like boop 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 boop. So my daughter's like, "Mommy, what's that sound?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think I hear a sound that's like it's unusual sound. I've never heard that sound before since I started driving this car." So I'm like, questions are going through my head, and then my daughter's like, "Mommy, I think you're driving fast." I'm like, "No, I'm on the usual speed. It's like it's a 40 speed limit." So I'm like, it's the usual speed, but there's like this not good sound coming in the car. I've never heard it. And then I keep driving, just keep going. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe, I don't know, windows are not opened, everything is locked. So I'm like so questioning. So as we were questioning ourselves, me and my daughter, so there's a car behind me honking. So I'm like, so I keep driving and I'm like, what's happening? There's someone honking. You know, like most of us, when you hear people honking, we don't pay attention. Like, somebody's just honking. Maybe they're, stressed out, or they're going, crazy about something that they've seen. So for me, I said, okay, let me just look on my side, because there was like a lane that's turning left. So this lady comes like on my side, on my left side, and she's trying to honk, and I look like this. She's like, she points at me. She points at me like, you. Yeah, like, so like, she's in the car. So I tried to open the door, and then I tried to listen to her. She's like, no, actually, before I opened the door, she's like pointing on my tire. She's like pointing on my tire, like there's something going on with your tire. So check it out. So when I saw her pointing on my tire, so I opened my window. There was still a red light. We were stopped, and then she told me, your tire, you have a puncture. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. Now I know where those sounds were coming from. So the light comes on, and then I remember I had an incident like that. I kept driving, and then I almost ruined the ring. And the car that I'm driving, once I get to that, the tire itself is like $500, just one tire. And then if I damage the ring, then that's gonna be like a lot of money. So I'm like, okay, let me now drive, and then past the light. That's a very busy road. And then so I try to go. So I'm like, I panic now. I'm like, oh my gosh. I didn't even panic like my daughter's gonna be late too soon. I was like, oh, I'll have to spend a lot of money for, fixing this car. So I just gotta stop here. And then so I went on a place. There's like a space in between two lanes, one going right, the other one going left. So I stopped because I was panicked. I was like, I could have just turned like left and stopped somewhere, but I didn't bother anyone because cars were able to pass, to go by. So as I'm stopping there, trying to reach at that time, I know there's so many services that you can call, but for us, we're using Tesla. So I called my partner. I was like, okay, this is going on. So I have a puncture and it's bad. I can continue because it's flat. Like I can hear the ring of the tire. Like I can hear it. So there's no way I can keep going because I'm gonna damage it more, and we're gonna have to replace the whole thing. So anyways, he's like, okay, stop where they were. And then one person comes. They stop as they're going. All the drivers like came and passed me, and then one person stops. He's like, are you okay? Do you want me to call the police? And I'm like, yeah, it's fine, but I can move. There's no need to call the police. I was like, yeah, go ahead. If that's what you want to do. Okay, this woman, I think they called the police. But before the police came, there was a guy who came by. This guy stopped and said, is everything okay? I said, yeah, I have a puncture and it's really bad. I can't even keep going because I'm going to damage the ring. So he was like, no, I'm going to call the service and then we'll see what's going to happen. That could have taken let me see. Sometimes it depends. They're really far away. I don't want to mention the name. Everybody knows it. But anyways, AAA. And then, so this guy drives and pass, goes let me say maybe 10 minutes. And then I saw him coming back. I saw him coming back. So this is where the humanity comes from. He's like, I just couldn't keep going. I can wait where I'm going. I just wanted to come and make sure you're okay. But I couldn't believe somebody drove past me and then they went and then came back to check that I was okay. So that for me that was insane. So at that time my partner already arrived, and then we called. Actually, the police came and tried to stop the traffic, and then I just went on the side. I could have done that way beforehand, but I panicked a little bit. So, but for the guy to drive past me and then come back with that traffic, that was That was amazing. That was incredible. Like an action that I'll never forget. I'll never forget. And then after that, as I said, there's still good people who see a stranger who doesn't know you, and then they see you in trouble, and then they come and help you in any way they can, even just being there. So I took the other car, rushed my daughter to school, and then my partner turned left and then waited for Tesla, and then they brought a new tire, and the tire was changed, and then the guy left. So that's all I wanted to tell you, that it's something good, something big, we may take for granted. But it happened to me, and I don't forget it, and I like to tell you stories like this, and you're going to hear more of them from me. And so I will see you next time. Hope you're going to relate. You have stories that will relate with what I just told. And don't forget about the Tanzanian dish, ugali. I'm going to eat because I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I finished cooking this, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks like the light is fading. So I just need to rush and record this. So cook this ugali from Tanzania. So I'm gonna go wash my hands. Really, you can eat it with fork or anything, but I like it to eat it with hands. So I'm gonna do tap, and then I'll take some meat. And then I'll take some, with beans, there's a lot. And then vegetables. And then kachumbari. Till next time. Bye.